Hey guys, so I noticed when I was putting together my tenure binder for New York City, I wasn't really finding a lot of resources online. I found a lot of portfolios, but I decided to put together a quick YouTube video outlining what's expected to be in a tenure binder for a New York City teacher. I used a basic three ring binder. I personalized the front. I put my name, the school. I'm blocking it obviously, and I put a quote in the bottom that represents your school, maybe a school theme or anything that reflects your teaching perspective. So inside, I started off with a table of contents. The table of contents, I used the tenure decision-making framework from 2015 to 2016. I have four major areas, sections. The first one is teaching philosophy. The teaching philosophy is not part of the tenure decision framework, but I included it, so I guess that's optional. The three major sections that are actually you're being rated on is student learning, instructional practice, and professionalism. So within each section, I broke them down actually a little bit more. So within student learning, I added evidence of student work. So for each of my 3 years teaching, I included at least 2 to 3 pieces of evidence, pieces of student work, and data collection for them as well. Within the instructional practice, I included instruction, which I put pictures of classroom visuals, anchor charts, hands-on practice, use of technology, classroom posters, students, and pictures of students using file folder activities. I also put a paragraph or two, a brief description of each thing I used and why I felt it was beneficial for my students at the time. I also included pictures of my students using the file folders, just trying not to use the student's face for photo release reasons. The next section within instructional practice is the planning and preparation. So I included all my lesson plans. I included lesson plans that were that coincided with the student work I put in student learning, as well as the lesson plans aligned to the observations that I put within the professionalism section. So you can put all those lesson plans, maybe 4 or 5 should be fine. Classroom management, I put my classroom management behavior plan. Behaviors of system with any visuals that you might have that goes with that. Maybe a timer you use, maybe you have incentives that you use, like a prize box, or maybe a star student certificates, classroom rules, maybe a picture of that. If you have a point sheet, that might be helpful as well, with a brief description as well as to why you use it and how it's beneficial to the students. The third section is professionalism. It's pretty big and it's broken down into 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, again according to the tenure framework. So the first part is professional growth and reflection. I added all my performance reviews for the first 3 years. Added my mentor satisfaction. I have an email that just shows that I completed my mentoring hours. I added that, and I included any grants that I applied to or any donors choose projects that I was fully funded or applied to and is still pending. My next section is collaboration, engagement, and student community. So anything that you did within the school community that you feel was important to add. If you assisted a teacher doing a project, if you helped in dismissal during busing, if you did any extracurricular activities that contributed to the school, any correspondence between coworkers of collaboration, lesson planning, sharing ideas, that would be in this section. Next section is communication with families. Any letters or correspondence that you have, whether it's email or through notes, put them in there. If you have a paralog or communication, that would be there. Communication book, that would be in there. Management of any non-instructional responsibilities. Again, anything that you did to contribute to the school that was not related to instructional. So if you did any workshops, here I put together a game center for my students, so I added that there with a brief description and some pictures. And anything else that might have been part of your involvement in the school or responsibilities that you took on that were not related to your, being a teacher in the classroom. So that is my tenure binder, and that is what I put in there, and I hope this was very helpful for you guys, and good luck on your tenure.